I am pregnant. Now what? Pregnancy can be an incredible journey. It can be exciting when you find out that you're pregnant, but at the same time it can also be so overwhelming with a lot of emotions. Immediately you get that positive results, and a lot of it come with the thoughts that now that I'm pregnant, what should I do? Where should I go? Who should I call? Where should I even start with this pregnancy journey? In this video, we are coming to talk about some of the things that you should do immediately you get that exciting positive results after you do your home pregnancy test. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Bevelyn and I welcome you all. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what you should do immediately you find out that you are pregnant. I'm going to give you some of the steps or some of the things that you should immediately do whenever you find out that you are pregnant. Some people do find out that they are pregnant at the hospital, especially sometimes you come to the hospital and the doctor will recommend the nurses to do a pregnancy test. Most of the time, maybe they are going to give you some medication, so they want to rule out pregnancy. Other times too, as a result of some of the signs and symptoms that you'll be showing, they will request to do pregnancy test to rule out pregnancy. If in case this happened to you, most of the times you are already at the hospital, so you will immediately be told what to do. The nurses will tell you that now that we find out that you are pregnant, you should do this, you should do that. But here is the case that you did your pregnancy test at home, not at the hospital, and you find out that you are pregnant. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the things that you should do immediately you do your pregnancy test at home and you get that positive result, so that it will help you get a healthy pregnancy. The first one is to tell your husband or your partner or your boyfriend. This part is very important because during pregnancy, you need somebody to be there for you. Pregnancy can be so emotional, physically demanding, challenging. It can be so stressed that you need somebody to be there for you. And as long as you have somebody that you created this beautiful baby with, the person is supposed to know that you are pregnant. If the time that you are doing your pregnancy test, you were in the same room with your partner or your husband, then that one, whenever you get that positive results, he is right there. So you just blatter it out to him that it is positive. But if your partner was not there with you, whether he was at home but he was in a different room at work, or he has traveled, he's out of the country, then you have to tell him. This is where you can be creative with it. A lot of people would tend to use some creative way to disclose it to their partner that they are pregnant. Some people will either call them on phone, text them a message, or FaceTime them and tell them. Some people will also choose to go and get a pregnancy scan, then send them the picture of the scan. You can be creative with it, whatever way and whatever your situation is, but you should let them know as soon as possible. They are supposed to know. Why? Because they have to prepare themselves to. When you are pregnant, even though you are going through a lot of the changes because you are carrying the baby in your body, your partners too sometimes feel that pressure. They feel those stress, they feel those emotions. Because if you are hurt, your partners too is hurt. If you are not in a good mood, it will affect them. If you are suffering, it will affect them. So that is why you have to let them know that you are pregnant so that they can get prepared financially. Your partner should know that you are pregnant so that the time that you are going for your antenatal clinic, but the time that you are going to do shopping, or even when you need help, your partner will know that you need this extra help. All right, so they have to know. You don't have to wait for long. You can decide when to tell them, but you have to make sure that you don't wait for long. You have to let them know whatever that is going on so that they can give you that kind of love and support that you need for you to have a healthy pregnancy. The next one is schedule an appointment with your doctor or midwife. This part is very important. Immediately you find out that you are pregnant, you should call your doctor or midwife. You should let them know that you are pregnant. They will book an appointment for you as early as 8 weeks to 10 weeks into the pregnancy. Preferably as early as 8 weeks, you should go and see your midwife so that you will start the antenatal care. Pregnancy comes with a lot of issues, so they have to make sure that you are on the right track, the baby is healthy, the baby is growing. They have to make sure the pregnancy is developing like how they want it to develop. The next one is start taking your prenatal vitamins. This one is very important, especially folic acid. During pregnancy, you should take your prenatal vitamins because the baby is now developing. The baby needs these vitamins to grow, and also you as a mother, because what you eat is what the baby eats, you also need these vitamins to be healthy. Some people do start even before they find out that they are pregnant. But if you have not already started, make sure that you start. And if you start taking these vitamins before even finding out that you're pregnant, it's very important that you let your midwife know that you are already taking the vitamins. Let them know the type that you are taking so that they will be sure that you are taking the right type, because there's a lot of prenatal vitamins over the counter or at the pharmacies. But it is very important that during pregnancy you take serious with whatever medication that you take, with the dosage and the type of medication is very important, because you now have a baby developing in you, and anything that is not good can affect the growing fetus. So that is why it's very important that whatever prenatal vitamins that you are taking, you should let your doctor or your midwife know. You can even ask them to prescribe it for you, or you can ask them the recommendation of the ones that they think that is the best so that you can get it. And also, because some people are already on some type of medication before they got pregnant, it's important that your doctor or your midwife know that you are about to take any prenatal vitamins so that they can assess the medication you are on, the type of the prenatal vitamins that you are taking, because some medication don't go along with others. That is why you have to let them know whatever you are taking, whether it is vitamins, everything, you have to let them know that this is what I'm taking. Should I continue? Is the dosage okay? Should I stop? Should I do this? You have to always ask your midwife or your doctor for their recommendation or for their approval whenever you are pregnant. Okay, so with the prenatal vitamins, especially the folic acid, is very important. We all know that the brain and the spinal cord of the baby develop at the early stage of pregnancy, very early. That is why you have to start taking your folic acid or your prenatal vitamins immediately you find out that you're pregnant. The body needs it, because if you don't take folic acid, the baby can develop spina bifida. That's a birth defect, and we don't want that one to happen. That is why immediately you find out that you are pregnant, you should call your midwife or your doctor, and they will ask you to start taking your prenatal vitamins, or they will guide you through the things that you should do so that you will have a healthy baby. The next one is to start eating a healthy diet. During pregnancy, what you eat is very important. The baby is depending on you with the nutrients in your body for him to also grow well. So if you don't eat healthy, you're going to deprive your baby with the nutrients that he needs to grow well or to develop well. That is why it is very important to start eating healthy during pregnancy. It's important to even start eating healthy even before you get pregnant. But maybe due to one or two reasons and you don't like some of the healthy foods, immediately you find out that you're pregnant, at least try to eat some of these healthy foods for your baby's sake, because your baby needs them. You have to start eating a lot of vegetables, fruit, whole meals, eat food with a lot of fibers to prevent constipation. You have to stay hydrated. Even though during pregnancy we tend to urinate a lot, but still you have to always stay hydrated. You have to eat fish, egg, a lot of protein. You have to make sure that your food is also fully cooked before you eat it. During pregnancy, it's not advisable to eat food that are raw or raw food or vegetables that are not cleaned well, because you can introduce germs or anything into your body that can cause other illness whilst you're pregnant. You should always eat food that is properly cooked so that there will be no microorganisms or there will be no germs left in the food that can cause any kind of sickness whilst you are pregnant. The next one is to get ready for the signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Not everybody will get all, but at least you are going to get one or two or three of the signs and symptoms. There is no way that somebody will be pregnant and will never get any of the signs and symptoms of pregnancy. It depends with everybody. Some people get almost all. Some also are fortunate that they get maybe 2 or 3 or just one of the signs and symptoms of pregnancy. But most of the time, you should watch out for the signs and symptoms of pregnancy so that you will know how to manage it to help you go on with day in and day activity. Because when you are pregnant, these signs and symptoms is somehow going to be very difficult for you to cope with, especially nausea and vomiting, fatigue, cramping, bloating, weight gain, tender and soreness in the breast. All these signs and symptoms of pregnancy, you are going to get one or two or the other. So you have to get ready for them and also learn how to manage them. The next one is very important. You should know about the early signs and symptoms of miscarriages. God forbid that anybody who got pregnant will have a miscarriage. Miscarriage is something that is very devastating. Pregnancy comes with happiness. Immediately you find out that you are pregnant, you are so happy, filled with joy. A lot of people will be waiting to get pregnant for years, and immediately you get pregnant, we don't want to even think about you having miscarriages. But the thing is, it's very important that you keep an eye open when you are pregnant, because miscarriages is very common, especially during the early stage of pregnancy. To prevent this, that is why we should learn about the signs and symptoms. We should open our eyes about any signs and symptoms that we are getting in the extreme during pregnancy, so that immediately we can notify our midwife to prevent any devastating news like miscarriage. Some of the signs and symptoms of miscarriage is pains, especially abdominal pain, severe cramping, bleeding, foul discharge. So you should keep an eye on any of these signs and symptoms. The next one is to stay fit and exercise. Exercise during pregnancy is very important. It helps you stay fit. Sometimes you may be tired, emotionally drained, stressed about something. Like when you exercise, it helps you relax, calms you down, gain some sort of strength that maybe you never thought that you can get after you exercise. Exercise also helps prepare your body, because remember, at the end of the 9 months, we are going to deliver the baby. You are going to go into labor, and labor involves a lot of pushing, involves a lot of strength so that you can push the baby out. Exercise helps the pelvis, it helps your muscles, and also remember, exercise during pregnancy should be minimal. There's some type of exercise that you cannot do during pregnancy, like severe cardio, a lot of running, lifting of heavy metals. No, exercise during pregnancy should be something that don't require a lot of strength or a lot of lifting or squatting. No, it should be something like pregnancy yoga, walking. Make sure that you don't exercise for a very long time. Make sure that the exercise is simple and short, so that it will not have any side effects on you or the baby. And also, if you have any kind of condition or your pregnancy is a high-risk pregnancy, make sure that you tell your midwife or doctor before you start any form of exercise. Some pregnancy, your doctor will not recommend you to do exercise or some form of exercise. Make sure that before you start any type of exercise during pregnancy, let your midwife know the exercise that you want to do, the type, so that they will advise you on what to do and what not to do. The next one is rest and relax when you can, especially during the early stage and the later stage of pregnancy. You will always be tired. With the early stage of pregnancy, because your body is now doing everything to keep the implanted baby and also to help the baby develop well, and because your body is adjusting to a lot of changes that the hormones is causing as a result of pregnancy, you will always feel tired. So it is very important that you relax. And also during the later stage of pregnancy, you will know that the baby bump is very big. Your abdomen is now big, your baby is heavy, you've also gained some sort of weight. Immediately you walk or do something, you are just tired. It's like you've run a marathon. You can listen to music. You can fill your bathtub with warm water, just lie in it and rest. You can watch movie. You can just be lying there reading a book so that you can refresh your memory. The last one is telling your friends and families that you are pregnant. So with this decision, it's up to you how you want to do it, whether you want to do it or not, but at least make sure that you tell some people who are very close to you that you are pregnant. During pregnancy, you need a helping hand. You need people to help you. Sometimes you'll be tired and you need a friend or a family to run an errand for you, or you have kids already and sometimes you need grandma or granddad, or you need your sisters or maybe your close friend to sometimes come to the house to watch the kids for you for some few hours so that you can have some rest or run an errand. With this one, you don't have to tell everybody, but you should at least choose to tell some few people that are closer to you, that you know that you can trust, so that when you are pregnant and you need a help, they will be there for you. Even with some people, whenever they know that you are pregnant, you will not even ask for help. They will be there. They will just come there. What do you want me to do for you today? Do you need any help? Do you need some food? Do you want me to run this errand for you? Do you want me to do this for you? So make sure that at least you will let a close friend or close families or somebody that you trust know that you are pregnant, so that whenever you need any helping hand, that person will be there for you. This is the end of this video. See you in my next video. Bye bye.